Okay, let's see what happens here. This is video number 48. There's the V, there's the date, and I'm proposing 3 new problems that are related to the problem I just solved. And this is really important to do practice if you want to get good at this stuff, all right? And after you do it a couple times, you'll get comfortable. And again, I've sort of manipulated numbers a little bit, so it's more 8th grade-ish. And besides, complicated numbers don't do anything for us anyway, even if you were more advanced in math. So just keeping this in mind, that I've tried to work the numbers so everything works here. And let's see what happens. I'll explain each one carefully. This is just a copy of what I just did. We have, as you can see, this is 4 as well. As you can see, we have an equilateral triangle plopped on top of a trapezoid. And so you'll be asked to find the area and the perimeter. All of them are going to be, I'll just mark it over here just in case. Area and perimeter, okay? And you're asked to find the area and the perimeter. And according to what we've done here, you have enough data to do so. So I'll give you a chance to do that. But this is just a copy of the problem I just did. You might want to look at the previous video. Anyway, I'll do it tomorrow. Those of you interested in getting better at this. All right? And over here, we understand this to be an equilateral triangle plopped on top of a square. I know it looks a little like a rectangle, but I mean a square. And the only data we need for this problem is the diagonal. And it's keeping with my desire to make the problems easy and understandable. I'm calling the diagonal 1. So this is a square. I wrote it there. That's an equilateral triangle. You'll be able to easily find the area and the perimeter on this as long as you're willing to accept radicals. All right? That's an absolute necessity. Okay? So I'll do that tomorrow. This is number 2, just sort of plopping it in there. And over here, number 3, get out of your way. Whoops. There we go. Oops. I need a new one pretty soon. There's number 3, and it looks a bit like a house, right? It's obviously a compound shape. There's some sort of triangle, obviously not an equilateral triangle, plopped on top of a rectangle. And just with the data here, you should be able to find both the area and the perimeter. Of course, the willingness and the ability to use radicals is essential to this. I just think it's very educational for kids your age to do this. Also, on this last one, I'm going to do something I never did before with you guys. I'm going to factor the answer. And boy, oh boy, is this an important word. We're going to use radicals for factoring. I know you did a little bit of it in 6th grade. Again, how important 6th grade is, right? All the things that we do in 6th grade pop up like a jack-in-the-box in 8th grade. And I'm going to factor the answer here. And that will be the next thing we're going to be talking about, is I'm going to start to factor radicals in an easy way, not a difficult way. So factoring is a really important 9th grade topic. When we do polynomials, it will come up all the time. So I hope I remember that. In fact, I'm going to leave this out tonight, so I'll remember. But number 3, I'm definitely going to factor the answer. All right, so I proposed 3 problems for you. I'm trying to make this enrichment week, doing problems that won't be on your upcoming test, but really do the same thing. The only thing is we openly, heartily accept radicals as part of our mathematical curriculum. So I'll leave it like that and expect a video tomorrow. And like I said, next week I'll prep you for the test, and the week after that you'll have a rather extensive test with open-ended as well as 40-odd multiple choice questions, doing all the math that we talked about, but not the enrichment math, but that will be using going ahead, which this, of course, as I mentioned to you in class a long time ago, will eventually lead us to right triangle trigonometry. since we already saw that we've hit a roadblock with real simple problems that we can't do if we only know one side. But what happens if we know a side and an angle? That's something we're going to talk about down the road. Okay, so I leave you with a nice short little video. And for those of you who are working hard and want to walk into a high school classroom next year prepared for what you're going to see, there you go. Okay.